Today's episode of Daily Scuba News is sponsored by our Teespring store, so click on the link pinned in the comments below.
Good morning and welcome to today's episode of Daily Scuba News. About a year ago, we reported on a mermaid of St. Lawrence, Nathalie. I think we, Lasselin, but the Scuba Diver magazine talk was about her, so that would have popped up now if you want to read that. Anyway, on her dive to help, clear up St. Lawrence River. Well, more volunteer scuba divers are helping to clear out the St. Lawrence River in a
Blitz.
Blitz.
Yeah, blitz.
Okay. Blitz, all right.
That's your word for the day.
Blitz. To try and clean up the important river because no one else seems to be, interested in doing it, and they're just standing on there, just throwing plastic in it.
Pretty much. There's actually good reason for people to be concerned about trash in the St. Lawrence River. Not just for the marine ecology, but most locals actually drink and bathe in the water from the St. Lawrence because, that's what comes out of their taps. So the one-day blitz saw volunteers in and out of the water collecting anything that shouldn't be in the river. And they aim
fish, seaweed, rocks.
Just pick up all the rocks.
Yeah, you just want water in there.
So their main aim was actually to come back empty-handed, but of course, no.
Of course, that's not going to happen.
A more realistic goal for them was for 1 ton of trash to be collected in a 24-hour period.
Close to 80 volunteers scoured for debris in the first finds. Unsurprisingly, in the first few minutes, they didn't have to go far before they found, their first batch of skateboards and beer bottles. And that was the majority of what they actually found. Beer bottles, drink cans, and predictable signs of human, nearby civilization. Ranging from cigarette butts, lovely, to a car?
Yeah, they found a car. They're like, oh, we're going to have to come back for that one.
Car? Anyway, they're going to have to... Yeah, you just read my line. Cool, thanks. Anyway, the team collected for about 4 tons of junk.
4 tons in a 24-hour
As you can see,
period.
I totally read this script, guys. They, had stacks of car tyres, a gun, oh, that's a bit dodgy, isn't it? A pair of ice skates, and a parking meter sign, and an entire motor. Jeez, what? Single use.
Yeah,
just run out of fuel.
So the team involved in the cleanup, Operation Cleanup 360, are planning 10 more dives over the next year with the goal of removing 100 tons of waste from their waters. But this last cleanup has kind of scared the director of GRAME, or GRAME, and Eco Group, working on solutions to environmental problems, Jonathan Thoreau. So he said that the amount of trash lifted in such a short amount of time in such a small area suggests that the problem is much worse than they originally thought. So the team only focused on 800 meters length of the shore, but St. Lawrence is about 1.2 kilometers long, and of course double that for both sides of the river. So there's a lot of junk out there.
There's lots of cars and motorbikes and beer bottles. So good news / bad news? Yeah. They cleared out a lot of stuff, which is awesome. They've probably got a lot more, but yeah, there's a lot more down there, so it's a start of something that's probably never going to finish.
It'll get better as education gets. But there's always going to be beer bottles and cigarette butts. It's so easy for people to just go.
People, your beer drinking, smoking.
All 400 tons of it.
Yeah, that's where all your rubbish goes, Mark. Anyway, so there's a lot more work to obviously do at St. Lawrence. It's about 520,000 square kilometres, so that should keep them busy for a while. Yeah. Well, do you partake in any river or beach cleanups near you? Are you looking at the Ghost Gear cleanup course from SDI? We did a story on that would have just popped up from Sea Shepherd, which is a very awesome thing to look into. What's the weirdest thing you've ever lifted before? Let's discuss the dirty but rewarding side of diving in the comments below, and keep it clean, whatever you've lifted. I'm looking at you, Cheryl. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And as always, stay classy, scuba divers.
We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.